and sisters, Shalom. This Sunday, 19th of February 2023, is the 7th Sunday of the liturgical year A of the ordinary time. Today, we are going to hear the first reading that we are taking from the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verses 1 to 2, and then 17 to 18. And here we are hearing a message of an invitation that reminds us of our Christian life. We are meant to be holy just like our Father is holy. God is holy. And as children, sons, and daughters of God, we are all called to be holy. Be holy just like your Father in heaven. Dear brothers and sisters, after the last Sunday, hearing a message that invited us all to be the light of the world and the salt of the world, now we are told on how we need to be the light and the salt. And this is a message that we have today. We are all meant to be the light and the salt if we become holy. And becoming holy here is to do what the world at the times is against. The message is inviting us that we behave differently from the world. For example, we know that in this world here, whereby everyone need to be seen, if someone has done wrong to you, you have to do wrong by showing that you are all powerful, that you are also capable of doing even more than him or her. But that is the society inviting us to do like that. Jesus instead is telling us to be holy. And God is telling us to be holy just like him. How can we be holy? By loving our enemies. We know how it is not easy to love an enemy. When someone does something wrong to you, we know how much it is not easy for us to forgive. But we are called to love our enemies. What can make us different is that strength as Christians. If we are alive to do, if we manage to do what the world cannot, what the world is against, loving those who persecute us, praying for those who persecute us. And we are going to hear from the second reading coming from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 3, verses 16 to 23. And there, that our body is a temple of God, and being a temple of God, it is in that sense that we are meant to use our bodies for doing good for others. Let us do good for others. That is the only way we shall imitate God, by being holy. We are going to hear the gospel today according to Matthew chapter 5, verses 38 to 48. And there, Jesus is giving us concrete examples of how to be holy, how to be like him. He says, it was said that eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But for him, he says, I tell you, if someone slaps you on this cheek, you change the other side. That is going a mile by forgiving. That is behaving differently from this world. The world is telling us to show our power, to be powerful, but instead Jesus is telling us to be weak. When we become weak, that is when we shall manage to be like him, by accepting to become humble and to be humiliated for the sake of behaving and being like our God. Our God has the power, but instead he leaves us to be free, and that freedom draws us to him. Let us be like God by imitating him and being humble, to respect, forgive, and love our enemies. The Lord be with you.